We just thought it would be really fun to show off how we've packed up the trailer for the weekend, with the storage and how it all works. This is more of a real life situation. Hey everyone, Shane here with ROA Off-Road. We're actually headed out on a camping adventure.
This is Cyntia with ROA Off-Road, and yes, we are ready to go on a fun adventure to Moab on this weekend. Here at ROA Off-Road, we put together these trips. We call them Roamer Adventures and Roamer Rallies, and now we're heading with a fun group. We have a fun, spectacular weekend going to Moab, and we're gonna show you how we have prepared for this weekend.
Yeah, so this is actually a customer adventure. So when you buy a camper from RVs of America or ROA Off-Road, doesn't matter which store, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, South Carolina, we put together these adventures for the owners post-sale. And so that's what we're doing. We're headed out on this Roamer adventure all over Moab. It's gonna be epic. It's not a long, we're going out for 4 days, so we're not crazy, you know, trying to live in this thing, but wanted to show you. I show you in tours, but you're gonna start with the inside and then I'll do the outside, right?
Right.
Okay.
I'll show you the inside. That's what I did, and then Shane will go ahead and show you the outside.
Okay, let's get to it. You go inside.
Let's go, and then follow me to show you the inside and what we've done. And let me show you what I have. Of course, the little detail, we are going on a Roamer adventure, so here's some of our Roamer stuff that we have that we proudly wear. Here's the beautiful inside of this RV. I cannot tell you enough on how much I love it and how much storage there is. Now the bed is king, it's a king size, so you don't have the closet space on the sides. But I was actually very surprised and shocked to see how much room I have. Every single space for storage that you see all around the RV, all around, I'm not joking, every single space is deep. So let's start with this space right here where we put our clothes. You have to climb a little bit. Well, you know these latches, they just push on and off like that. And now I'm a big fan of these little packing bags. As you can tell, they are falling apart because we use them so much, but look at all of the space. This is me and Shane's. So we even have our hats. I mean, we still have so much room to pack stuff. And I was just trying to fill it in. My jacket. So I'm just gonna show you, like, we packed for 4 days, and I just got these ones on Amazon. They're just great. They come in different sizes. I got some for Courtney too, but there we go. All of my off-road ROA t-shirts, my pants, t-shirts, some thicker sweaters. It holds a lot of things, and that's actually enough for the weekend. But here I was able to put my socks, underwear, and PJs. So I'm set with all of these. It looks like Shane packed way more than me. Just like to show you the size of how big this is, you know, just compare it with my arm, my elbow, like from the tip of my nails to my elbow, and it goes all the way, and I even still have some room. So just to show you how deep this is, you know. There we go. We close it. This is a fun detail with the lights. Okay, so I haven't packed the side of my bed yet. Shane already did. As you can see, he has his books, his chargers for his ring, some vitamins and stuff. I'm gonna put in there my chargers, my books, my headphones, just other things, reading glasses for the nighttime. You have an extra little space to put stuff, and truly it's not little. So I'm gonna try to make an effort and show you how bigger the spaces are. So now let's go underneath the bed. That's another space. So now just keep in mind that I have an 8-year-old daughter, little Courtney. She's amazing. Every time we pack when we go out of town, I am always mindful of where she can reach her own stuff. So moms out there, that's my biggest advice, perhaps, to just keep snacks and clothes and everything they can reach, so they're not like constantly like, mom. Sometimes we get busy. So Courtney's clothes actually went down here so she can reach in the morning in case I am busy and I can't help her. We got 2 big bags, actually 3. So these 2 are hers, and even her jacket has fit in here. So pretty good. And there's still plenty of room. My hands are just like dancing in this space. And like I said, there's a lot of room, and little Courtney can totally reach in here. Let's put these guys back. When I use these stuff, I really like to roll our clothes. I mean, we're camping, right? It doesn't have to be like all nice and perfect. So that's what I do. And that's what I like these little bags. I'm a big fan because we just roll our pants, we roll our t-shirts, even our underwear and everything. I just roll it in small little balls. And that's why it fits so much. And that's why you can see like how I have 2 bags only. It's just a good hack for camping here. We still have plenty of room, but we have our shoes. There's Courtney's, my tennis shoes, my sandals that are dirty, but they're perfect for camping. And I'm sure Shane's gonna put a couple of his shoes too in there, or his sandals. This one is technically empty. I mean, it's all the Pause manuals that we wanna keep in here, but truly, if you already know everything about the RV, you can remove and put a few more things. We will normally do keys or flashlights or mosquito repellent, and that's probably what we'll add here. That's what I'm thinking. Then it's just easy to grab. If you're outside and then you see mosquitoes, you can just grab your mosquito repellent and then put it back. Your keys to the truck, your keys to some compartments, anything, flashlights too for the nighttime. But that's what we'll do. But yeah, you have an extra compartment that we haven't really used. So now we camp a lot, so I'm really fan of less is best, you know, although you can really put a lot of stuff. We're only going for 4 days, so keep that in mind when I'm showing you this RV and everything we have packed. Here is the space underneath the sink. Super, super big. There's still plenty of room. We have our wife's trash bags, bowls for the sink, just some fun table covers that we're gonna use on our potluck night, paper towels. Look how big. I highly doubt I will use all of these, but look how big this is. And I have the same for bowls. So all of it fit in there. It could easily fit at the top bunk too, but I decided to put it here just because it feels perfectly like a puzzle. So there you go. And I probably will put more wipes even just to have extra. I know Shane always packs more in his truck, but it's nice to have it handy. Okay, this is my favorite drawer. What I'm gonna show you, my two favorite drawers in this RV, just because I put a lot of thought on packing it and it was fun. The snack drawer, so pretty. And once again, easy for Courtney to reach, or even Jordan and Rick are coming with us on this adventure. So now they know where the snacks are at because we're packing for them. And here we go, nice bars. Everybody's fans of beef jerky, so I got beef jerky galore. Super fun to have just like the snacks handy. This is our preference and how we do it, but of course everybody have their own little preferences. I got some honey, tablecloths for the dishes, our favorite salt, some Ziploc bags. This is probably a little, how do you say, like quirky? You know, like this is my quirk. It's just my weirdness. Things that could spill, I always put them in Ziploc bags. I'm a little weird about that. But honey, we've had accidents with honey and we love to have tea while we're camping. So I always put them in Ziploc bags because it's the worst to clean. You know, salt and pepper and spices. See, this one has gone to so many places and I think I should probably put it in a new Ziploc bag. So here we go. But yep, even this one is in a Ziploc bag. Let's keep on showing you these drawers. Here I put our pants, what we're gonna use in the camp out. Some of like the fun things that we need. But as you can see, nothing too crazy. And there's a lot of room. Once again, these are big. This is a big Ninja pan. I mean, I can take it out, but you know, just get a perception of the size. It's bigger than my face. So it is big, you know, it could easily be like Rapunzel.
I have got to get me one of these.
There's a lot of room in this RV. Everything is super deep and big. You can put a couple of pans, extra pans in here. I don't think we need it because I have prepped everything. But there we go. This is underneath the kitchen. Let's go to the top. I actually still have a lot of room. I think that anything else that I pack tomorrow last minute, it would just be extra, but not necessarily needed. We are set on what we need. I have a bunch of snacks, the same snacks that I have here. They're just in this bag. It's easier to put them in a shopping bag like that instead of a box. I feel like a box will take too much room. Well, we have a ton of beef jerky. It's not just me, Shane, and Courtney, but it's Jordan and Rick, our max for the nighttime. These are our knives. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is actually really fun and one of my favorite things. And this was a courtesy of Jordan. He gave it to me for my birthday and I have loved it. But look at that. It's all done. You have, and truly this is just what you need. You have sponges, you have knives. I added this knife actually, but everything else came with it. You have your spoons, your tongs, scissors. I mean, some of the stuff I haven't even used. These guys I haven't used. And even a cutting board, which is enough. You don't need more cutting boards while camping. There you go. Those are all my utensils. If you have questions of where we got this stuff, I can ask Amazon. There we go. Chocolate, hot chocolate for the night. Let's open up here. We still have a lot of stuff. I think I'm just gonna add things so it can stay in place. I don't know if that makes sense. When you're traveling, things move around a lot. And I feel like if I just put things to fit perfectly, like a puzzle, then it won't move. It would just stay there. So I might just add paper towels here or just some more, I don't know, extra stuff just so it can really stay. Just gonna keep on showing what we have. Forks, knives. This is a fun setup to just grab it and put it out on the table. It's just fun because we're gonna have a group, just some water flavored fruits, some extra spoons, our tea that we love, bowls, because you always need bowls, and our tea boiler. So we can use electric because we have an awesome camper where we can plug things. So there we go. That's the kitchen. All right, so now the fridge is a little bit more packed. That's where we really do our packing. Here we go. Let me show you. Let's start with the freezer, but we're big fans of popsicles. Feel like we can fit one more box in here and there's even room out on this area. I will probably be able to put another 5 boxes, I think. 1 more here and 4 more there. I think we're set with these ones, but just to give you an idea of the space that you have, you still have room in this side of the freezer that we haven't used, that I don't need to use. Now, this is something weird also, my weirdness that I do. I sometimes freeze the bread prior to the trip because we're going to Moab, right? High temperatures, very high, and we're gonna be off grid. So then I take it out probably 2-3 days before we use it. So it'll be out once we get to Moab, but I just like to freeze it and then we'll be good. It's not soggy or anything. You can freeze bread, you'll be okay, I promise you. If not, I'm sure everybody will tell me. This is my pride and joy with a fridge. This fridge is humongous. It is really big. Once again, I have put so much stuff. We have some drinks here. These cartons from Costco, 18 eggs. I have 2 of them. A big tub of salsa and all of our condiments. We have fruits. I cooked some rice prior, so I already have it in Ziploc bags to take it. Bars, bread, shakes. I mean, I'm really good at packing, I'm telling you guys. So I like to make it fit nicely. But we have a lot of tortillas because that's just a fun, we just make breakfast wraps too, or breakfast burritos. So we packed a lot and we're also feeding our crew. I have so many veggies, a big thing of spinach. This is, already done, so it's just nice and convenient. But I like to do some prepping before any trip, really, to any camping trip, especially when we do a potluck. Our roamers love to do potlucks, and it seems to be the most engaging, get to know you type of meet and greet, if that makes sense. When we get together in our rallies, in our camp house, we always do a potluck, and it's just fun. It's like everybody brings something to the table, we sit down and we gather and eat together. So yes, I prepped for the potluck. It is already, there's the meat also for the potluck. And that's the rice for the potluck. There we go. It should be enough. I could fit a few more things in here. I don't think I need to, but we're done. It is really big. You can fit a lot of more things. So there we go. It's beautiful, big fridge. One of my favorite things on campers is to have a big fridge. Big bed and big fridge are my things. Okay, so let's show you this side. This is Shane's computer. This is where Courtney will sleep. This becomes a bed. Right now we have it set up as a table. But all of her bedding, I opted for putting it up here. I still need to grab her pillow, but her bedding is already in here and it fits perfectly. So there's her blanket, sheets, her cover, and even her squishmallow. So kind of fun. And then we have this one that is still empty, and I'll put her pillow. We can even put a pillow in there right now. To give an idea, this is all of Courtney's bedding. So once this table is down and we're ready for the nighttime, she will sleep here, and we have all of her bedding. If we want to put the table back up again, we normally hang out more outside, so chances are that the table will stay down. But if we do stay inside, then I'll just put these back up there, and there's actually more room to put things. This is all very comfortably placed, but I could put, if she wanted a couple more stuffies or whatnot, it could easily fit. There we go. There's our bedding. Let's go to the big bathroom. Okay, so there is more space than I know what to do with it, honestly. We're still trying to, I will put probably a few more lotions, but here's some of our lotions, shampoo, wipes, my Christmas present, sunblock and stuff, my makeup, and our toiletries. These are Courtney's, but there's still more room. Oh, and I have a blow dryer back there. I don't know if you can tell. I'll probably put like a straightener, but I have already a blow dryer. There's a lot of room to put more things, honestly. I will probably put some small hooks in here to just hang stuff. You can hang your blow dryer, you can hang, I don't know, just some little things. But there's a lot of room and a lot of things on how to make it your own. There's a lot of space. Since we're driving, of course, right? I'm not putting anything here. Right now we have the soap, but we'll most likely put it down inside the sink so it doesn't fall all over the place. There's even room underneath the sink. I don't even know what to do with it. I think this is where we put our dirty clothes. So we probably have a bag, and that's where it'll go. Our dirty clothes will go in there. There's some things for the toilet, you know, for your basic needs. Very necessary toilet paper. So here, at first, I actually started putting towels. I rolled them and placed them very nicely in here because I thought it would be nice to grab them after you shower or while you're showering. But then it made more sense to put toilet paper and the black tank treatment liquid stuff that we put in there. So that's how we're gonna do it. And this is where I put the towels instead. And also our first aid kit. The depth of this closet space is really big. I mean, I could put probably 50 towels in this space if that's what we were talking. There is so much room in this RV. I mean, this is the amount of towels that we need for the weekend, but these are all of our first aid kit and medicines. But look how deep this is. Like, there's just so much room. If I needed more bedding, I'll probably put it here. That's where I'll probably put stuff. You know, I'll mix these two together and I'll put more bedding there. But there is so much room. And if I was leaving for a longer time or actually doing this full time, these ones will come in handy a lot. So a lot of space. Oh, something that I always do while camping, and this is some of the stuff that I think people like to know, is that I use our old towels. I never bring clean, no, but they're clean, sorry. I never bring new towels. I bring my old towels, but this one is ready to retire. Anyway, but I just use my old towels. The old towels that are still okay, but dying, those are the ones that I bring. If we need to clean our feet on the go, that's what we use. And then it's just okay, we have to toss it. But yeah, but that's what I do. So that's it. There's still more room. Tell me, what else should I pack? Because we still have waters, more drinks, hiking bags, but everything is underneath the RV. So this is just what we need inside if we were spending more time here, which we don't really. We're mostly outside. I mean, you're in nature, that's what you should do. But as of the inside, we're set and good to go. So now that's it for all the inside stuff that we have packed. I hope you got some ideas or just got a really good picture of the space that we have inside. Is truly, truly vast. So you can do a lot in this RV. I feel like a couple could easily full time in an RV like this. But now there's more room and there's more stuff that we packed. Shane's gonna show you the outside because that's mostly what he does. I just pack a couple of things, but truly, he's the one that's gonna show you, so we'll go to him.
Hopefully you learned something from that inside. Now, hey, I did want to mention, we're not doing like a full tour of this trailer, so it's important to know this is the Pause Reboot. It's a 19.4. The box is about 19 feet, sleeps 4 people. What I'm towing it with is the Hemi 6.4 liter. This is a gas engine. It's a 2500 Ram. This is the Power Wagon, so it has a shorter wheelbase. It's not designed to tow a ton of weight. I have upgraded the suspension with a Carly suspension, and then I also have airbags, which I think is necessary to tow a trailer over 7,000 pounds with this specific truck. With a standard 2500, maybe not necessary. These things come with the RamBoxes, if you've seen those, and so I put most of my tools. I have an extra fridge in there, generator. I don't think we need an extra fridge. That fridge is massive. But I like to put drinks in there so I don't fill up the whole fridge with whatever, sodas, shakes, and water. I drink a lot of water. So that's kind of what I use for the bed of the truck. Lots of my tools. I could put more tools in the trailer, but because of my setup with the truck, I just really don't need to. Now, we're not packing to live in this thing right now. And if I was, I would probably pack it much differently, but there's so much space. It's kind of crazy. I put some cleaning stuff back here. I got rags, I got Clorox, I have hoses. This is one of those ones that expands and gets really big. I also have another little water drinking hose. I got some zip ties, whatever. Zip ties are always nice to have. My other nice to haves like duct tape and electrical tapes actually in my truck. Otherwise I would maybe, I would decide, I might put some of my tools in here just because there's so much space. And we're packing for a roamer adventure with our customers, our roamers. And so I've packed a little bit differently than what I'd normally pack. This is the storage space. This storage space is massive. Let me pull this water out really quick just to kind of show you. Like I said, I'm packing for the guys as well, but you have, I'm gonna just pull this one out as well so you can kind of see what's going on back here. I got cases of shakes in here. I have these fire log starters. I like to use those because I just like to use it to start the fire. And then I actually have firewood in the bed of my truck right now. So then I'll use the firewood to keep the fire going. I got more rags. I got some cords. I got my Starlink right here. I got one of these mats. It's really hard to tell maybe with the depth, but look at this. This is kind of like one of those lifetime tables. It's not as big. I have a nicer lifetime table, but this is like my cheap beat up camping one that I use. That was beyond those fire logs, right? So it's just so you can understand the depth. It's crazy. So back over here, I have camping chairs. I have I actually have 3 rocking camping chairs. These are my hoses for air compressor where I can plug in and inflate things. But beyond the fire logs, I have one of those camp chairs, those reclining camp chairs. So it doesn't, I don't know if you've seen those reclining camp chairs. Those little rocker ones, they collapse to like that size. This one is like, it's solid. It has a solid frame. It reclines and turns into kind of like a bed. So it doesn't collapse. It's like this wide and this long. And then, I mean, you can see I have over here this guy that comes all the way out. And this is like a 20 by 20 almost mat that goes out in front of the trailer. And that fits all the way through there. Got some gear, some hiking gear. I got stakes in here. I kind of put stuff in the corner over there and the corner over here. There's kind of a crazy amount of storage in this. I mean, I even have fire forks that go in here. I have a full length push broom. That was actually from the show. It was just left in there. Sometimes that mat in the front gets dirty. So I'm like, I'll just pull it out and push broom really quick. I have a small one inside the trailer that collapses, but I wouldn't say I'm like being super strategic about how I'm packing because I don't need to be. There's just so much space that it is what it is. I'm just throwing stuff in. Right here, this is a cool little tip is I put these floor mats down and that's just so things don't move around as much. Also doesn't damage. It's linoleum below. It's not a big deal if it damages. So this just kind of holds everything in place and things aren't rolling all over the place while I'm off-roading. It's crazy how much space is in here, really. I can double stack it or I can just stack it right there. It's pretty amazing. Let's walk around to the front. There is more storage up here, which I haven't put anything up there. And there's a power cord up there and there's the jacks up there. I use my drill gun to deploy the jacks and my drill gun's in my truck. in my saddlebags, so I just pull that out when I get to camp and I use my drill to drop them down. And then this is the kitchen area. Done a few things here. This sink, I think I've showed this in videos before, but I was just trying to optimize where to put this. And I just thought, man, that fits in kind of perfectly right in there. It also has these little rubber grommets, so when it's sitting on the floor, it doesn't rub around or scrape too much. But that fits nicely in there. And then also I have towels. I like to always have towels. I'm kind of a clean freak. I have my sink, and I've put all my other extra little hoses, my water outside kitchen sink hose, and also my propane connection right here. So I'm gonna kind of hide that stuff back in there and then show you what I did. Because a lot of times when I'm doing these tours and I walk out, everything's just kind of hanging out on top of the grill, which obviously after I use the grill and it gets all greasy and dirty, I'm not gonna wanna put it there. So I was like, where am I gonna actually put this after I've used it all weekend long? And then this little drawer, I got my cooking utensils. We're kind of in a rush to get out of here, and I thought I had some of that rubber matting stuff. You can go to Walmart. We should probably carry it at our store for people when they come to buy the trailer, because you can put it on the cupboards. It's like just a little rubber mat. It kind of has a little bit of grippiness to it when it goes down, or it kind of holds, it's grippy. I would cut that out and put it in here. I would actually do that in every single drawer and cupboard inside this trailer if this was going to be my long-term trailer that I stay in forever. Because the thing that people don't always realize, your house, a trailer is like a house, but in your house, it's always still, right? When you're driving down the road, this is like an earthquake. It's moving, rattling, and so things are gonna be shifting and moving, and I just didn't want that to happen, so I just threw down these rags to kind of hold it in place. But obviously, I got my knives for cooking. I got all my stuff to grill. I even got these little salt shakers, a cool knife. So yeah, this is just some of the stuff that obviously Cyntia has all her things inside that she uses. I kind of have my stuff out here that I use when I'm cooking, because I like to grill steaks and chicken. And then of course I got my fridge for my steaks and my chicken. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. I might pack differently and have things set up differently if I was doing a cross-country trip, but man, this unit has tons and tons of storage. So let's get back with Cyntia, and that's pretty much it for outside.
Hopefully you enjoy this perspective on how we have packed. Normally Shane walks around and gives you a tour, but there's nothing really inside the compartments. So now this is just in real life, and as we're getting ready, and now you can get a really good idea of the spaces that we have inside. Now stay tuned, we'll have probably a little bit more as we are in Moab. And yeah, hope you liked it.
Yeah, and something to keep in mind, obviously we're not living in this trailer. If you were to live in this trailer, you would probably pack it much differently.
Way more.
And also, like, I put cases of water in the storage compartment. We are sharing it with the team. We're trying to feed multiple people. We have roamers coming, so we've packed differently. This isn't how we would live in it. It'd be much different. But it just wanted to, and we're only going for 4 days, and we've probably packed more than what we need for 4 days.
Yeah.
We kind of wanted to show off how much space there was in there, and that's kind of the reason, but we kind of we're getting confused at what do we put here? There's just so much space.
There is a lot of space.
It's crazy.
It is
storage.
crazy. You could really do full time here. A couple easily.
Easily. And the king size bed is awesome. But if you actually get the queen size, you have a huge wardrobe where you can hang up jackets, clothes, and there's actually storage down below where you could put shoes. So, I mean, there's a benefit with the queen. You actually get more storage. But this, even with the king, it's insane.
There's still a lot of storage.
It's super deep. I had, and I don't think she mentioned, I actually have 8 shirts. I packed for 7 to 10 days on everything. Got 10 pairs of socks, 8 shirts,
clothes, yeah.
Pants, gym shorts. So I overpacked. I'm not gonna run out of clothing, and I still had a lot of space up there. And so, yeah, it's really incredible. But if you actually want to learn more about this trailer, this is kind of more of how we're using it, packing it. If you want to understand the specs, the length, the weights, you can go down below. There's a brochure you can click on to download and learn all the specs. Or you can go watch a video tour where I've walked through this thing and I've talked about the construction, the walls, the materials, the suspension. We weren't really focusing on any of that in this video. The solar, the battery, all of that stuff is in the tour below. And we're also going to be doing an updated tour of the all new 2025/coming 2026 models. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you. Bye-bye.